we can start from the scratch. So as well as where the Python is used and what is the main important things in the Python in the industry. Go to the next slide. The goal to make the aware of the awesome career option for the Python programmers nowadays. If you go for LinkedIn or you can search it in the Google trends, there is a lot of tools related to the industry perspective of Python. Okay, so if you have your account in LinkedIn, just search. So what are all the industry perspective careers are available, ready-made available, and what are the various type of job opportunities being carried out by the Python programmers in irrespective of the industry perspective. Okay, so we'll see one by one. Here I want to show about related what are the domains and what are all the areas you have to concentrate more on the Python perspective irrespective of the industry side. Okay, go to the next slide. So here I'm going to use who we can use the Python and how do they can use the Python and what kind of problems we can help to solve in the industry way and what are the different career options followed by the Python programmer as well as how to become a better Python programmer in the way of industries. Okay, so we'll see one by one. Go to the next slide. So brief intro to the Python. So intro to the Python nowadays. So 1993, we are all good one sumam. He went to some circus company. It's called Monty Python. Okay. So in the Monty Python circus, he carried out the language, and from the circus, he find out the Python. But after 21 years, if now in 2024, we are very much addicted to the Python environment because Python is the major mother of your data analytics, data science, as well as when you go for deep learning, when you go for any web application. So all this thing, the mother thing is going to be Python. So here in the industry perspective, we have to see about this Python in the way of how it can be used to develop on web application, how it can be used all for web scraping, how it can be used to create a lot of data science analytic tools. So because we are all know about Python is a open source programming language, we can go to python.org. We can download the software at free of cost. The latest version of Python, you are all know, it's finished Python 3.1.10.2. The X version is going to be carried out. Okay, so when you go for typical operating system, when you go for Windows, Mac, and Linux operating system, if you are downloading the Python version 3 and above, which has better flexibility, which can support a lot of features which related to 3.x version, is greater than the version of 3.1 something else, because the Python version 2.8 or 2.9 is outdated nowadays. So better you have Windows 10 plus operating system. When you go for Windows 10 or Windows 11 with the Mac OS or obviously Linux OS, you can use Python in a very flexible way. Okay, so next slide. So I was already told that she was developed the Gudo one resume the 1980s, but obviously it's going to be 1990s. But it has a TV program is called as a circus program is called Monty Python. From the Python, he interpreted the basic mother language of C. So it's going to be an open source. Nowadays, open source plays a major role. You can go to our website, you can develop your code, you can modify your code, and you can create your own web application, your own web app or mobile app, anything through this open source. So Python, it's a better programming language in terms of industry perspective. Okay, so when you go for the next related content to the Python, we'll see one by one what are the features and what are the important related to this industry perspective. Okay, next one. Next one. Next slide. So what all the organization use Python? So when you go for Red Hat, it's a familiar operating system, Red Hat Linux, which was developed by the Red Hat. Okay, nowadays we go for Red Hat Linux operating system is the open source operating system. You people know one Red Cap, no? In 2000 and all, we have seen one operating system, no? But now we went to some Ubuntu operating system or some other open source operating system. But nowadays the Red Hat plays a major role. So all the Red Hat environment, they can use Python. So obviously YouTube can use Python to develop their develop their code in a very flexible way. Because with YouTube we are creating reels, we are going to upload our videos. All this configuration have been embedded with these Python codes. So when you go for this Python, it's not only used in YouTube. You can go for Facebook and Instagram. All capability, you can just go to your Facebook and Instagram, right click, you can select the source code. So all the source code can be integrated by Python. Obviously all our all our satellite operations and embedded system. So I want to show one open source tool is called MicroPython. MicroPython, which is nothing but your Python is embedded with your electronical industries, like microcontroller. You have embedded with the microcontroller with the Python codes to be embedded, and you will get MicroPython. So if you use Arduino, or you can use Raspberry Pi, embedded with embedded with your Python to create a MicroPython. And we can use Google also. So Google, a familiar tool. So Google it, when you Google the trends in the Google, you can see lot of Python content. Okay, I can allow you to take over. Sir, can you give the can you allow me to share my content, because I'll show in a hands-on session. So no issue, I'll do it in the later. So on Microsoft, so all these organization will do the Python. So next slide. How the organization can use, so web framework for backend development of your application. You can use web app using Python. And data analysis, nowadays scientific and numerical computing plays a major role. Nowadays we are embedded with the quantum computing. In the future we are embedded with the quantum computing. Quantum computing is, which is nothing but, so we have the physics quantity, likewise your quantum can play a major role. Our physics can categorizing the quantum number of data. So all the data has to be reduced in the small environment to make a quantum computing. So that scientific computing will be embedded with the numerical computing. When you go for data science and data analytics, you are mostly concentrated on statistics and probability. That will be embedded with the numerical computing. And when you go for machine learning and artificial intelligence, people must know about what is ML. Okay, machine learning can learn your how the system can learn based on the input you are given to the system without explicitly programmed. Okay, how the machine can learn. Okay, so ML is the part of AI. So we must differentiate between what is AI, what is ML, and what is deep learning. So all to be a circle. Inside the AI you have ML, inside the ML you have DL. So automated boring tasks. So you have testing now. You have a lot of testing, automation testing. All the testing will be based on the your Python codes. Okay. So configuration management and web scraping. Developing the web application, we can use web scraping, and all the embedded system will be integrated with the Python using the MicroPython. So your microcontroller is embedded with the Python to make a embedded system to work flexible. Like you can use your remote controller, you can use your AC, you can use washing machine in your home. All should be embedded with the Python. So that way we can call it's going to be MicroPython. Okay. So you can search it in the Google, like what is MicroPython. MicroPython is a very good field in the forthcoming year. In the forthcoming, in the next 10 years, the MicroPython plays a major role as in the electronic side as well as the industry side. Okay, industry side, we can go for industry 4.0. Apart from the industry 4.0, this embedded system will play the major role. Okay, the next slide. Next slide, please. So this is the organization can use Python. So all these organization you a little bit heard about. Quora, it is a question answer maker. You have your social account in Quora. You can ask lot of questions to the Quora platform. So anyone who's know the answer can reply to your specific queries. And Spotify, we people can use Spotify free of cost. For normally it's not a free of cost, it's a paid version. But for couple of months it will be free. So this Spotify can have the future of blockchain. So this blockchain is embedded with the Python here. It can secure the data through the sequence of chains. Okay, and Google obviously we use the Python. Bitly, it's a very short URL communicate website tool which can short your URL within some 4 or 5 words. Like it can be bit.ly / some domain you have to give. And Reddit and Instagram, Netflix, Instacart, Dropbox is the storage medium you all very much know. And YouTube is, you all know. NASA organization, Pinterest is the image uploader and image creator. You can download a number of images from and use your this Uber for calling your acto, taxi, etc. All this programming will be embedded with the Python. It's a very important things. Okay, so next one. So what are the web frameworks normally in the industry side they can use? Okay, normally in as industries, how this web framework can be developed by the every Python developer. Okay, that is the web frameworks which can be differ from the web scraping. Okay, so next thing. Next slide. So the web framework is a collection of code that can be used to make it easier to develop the application of the data. So this web framework we can able to write the code, we can able to modify the code. That is called scale. Write and scale. What is scale? You can able to rearrange the size of the data. Okay, scaling and maintaining the web app of your Python codes using this framework. So all this framework will be depends on the URL routing, database manipulation, security, and session control. Session control is the control of data in terms of time. Within the time, you can able to make a framework. Otherwise, it can be it cannot be used. What is that? You cannot create any type of data transfer. That is going to be session control. And we have set of features also in the framework. We'll say one by one framework in the Python so you can clearly understand. Next one. So Django, it's a very, very famous web application, okay, web framework for developing the web app. So this Django, a lot of job opportunities are waiting for you people. If you're completing this Django with Python tool, you'll get plenty of job opportunities are there. It is a popular framework for Python. It provides a lot of features to develop the website. Probably most future rich websites are developed by this using this Django. So it can work with a number of data. So all people must know about the SQL. If you learn the SQL as much as possible, you can impact with the Django. Okay, if it is not feasible with your SQL, it is very difficult to start your Django framework. Okay, so it is an open source. SQL also open source. No SQL, you can download, but you can work it out. Okay, it is a huge community to developers can use the Django framework. So it can be extensively available the online. The documentation, if you go for any website, in the right side top corner, I have given the URL of this Django project. You can just, I can share this PPT. So after completion, you can just go to this URL and you can make the Django framework with the Python, embedded with the Python very easily. Okay. And this is the first familiar framework for developing the web framework for the Python. Okay. The next one. A Flask. A Flask is the another web app web framework for developing the Python codes. Okay. So normally how we can create this Flask is you can import the Flask from the Python framework. Okay. Just to give the installing this Flask, which is you can go to the Jupyter Notebook or you can go to Google Colab. Just type pip space install space Flask. A pip is the Python package space install. You can install the package. What you have to install the package? That package is going to be Flask. So it's not only the Flask package. You can install any type of Python installation file, Python library file by giving the pip space install space package name. Okay, I want to show a lot of things related to this sub packages of this all this framework. So the Flask will play a major role. Once if you have developed any application, you can use any URL. Like if you want to run your URL within the system. Like you can give 127.0.0.1 colon followed by the port number. Suppose port number is 8080. Within your local host, your mobile web framework can be running with the use of Flask. Okay, 127.0.0.1 is, which is nothing but it's going to be a local host. Okay, local host, you can use it, you can run within the and the app can be developed by the Flask. Okay, so it is a very basic tool for developing the web framework, which is a lot of tools. Like you can refer this flask.poco.org website, Flask website. You can learn lot of things. You can put Flask Python, and you can also develop a small content code from the basic content to you can create a lot of web application by using this Flask. Okay, the next tool is called next one. Next is the few other frameworks you can create. See, I'm giving these frameworks and all open source. You can create your own Bottle, Pyramid, and Falcon network for creating the web framework. Okay, you can go to this URL, Bottle, Pyramid, and Falcon. So this website and all very familiar web framework for Python. You can easily create. Okay, so you can just go to this URL. You can create a website, sir. Can you press this link, sir? Can you press this link, sir? These three links separately. Yes. Or you can open with a new tab also. Yeah. So this is going to be a Python Python framework. So you just you have to create the Hello World program in Bottle. So you can go to this from Bottle. We can import the root node because we are creating the app application. You can see that example Hello World program in Bottle. So import the root and run and template. Okay. So all this Bottle network will start from @root. @root, which is nothing but our root file. So see, like in our organization, the chairman, principal, and faculty will have the hierarchy. Likewise, in the Bottle, this root will plays a major role. It has start with the hello followed by the name of the program. So I can use the def function in Python function. So all the function in Python can start with the def key URL. You are all very know. We can start the index of this website. Yes, index of this website, and you can return the template of the word hello. Okay, and you can run the host. You can see the host name, which is equal to localhost. I already told no. What is localhost? The program can run within your system with the port number of 8080. 8080, it's the port number of HTTP, which can run the program Hello World. Hope you understand. So this Python framework, which consists of routing function, templates, utilities, and server. Okay, all these categories. You can left side you can see installation file. What is that? I already told no. You can install this file by giving pip space install space Bottle. Okay, so for developing this application. Okay, so just go to back, sir. Just go to the back and PPT. Yeah, that's why you can take. You can open in the right click and open a new tab. So just you can select right click and open a new tab, sir. Yeah, it opened. Same as Falcon, you can right click open, sir. Yes, this is another framework for Pyramid. It is also a very good framework for developing your web framework. Just to scroll down in the below part, you can take this code. You can take this code and you can make this code for developing the web application. Just to scroll down, sir. A quick start menu you have that some program is there. Just to scroll down. A quick start which has to develop the Hello World application using Pyramid. The same application we are developed in the Bottle. Here you can use the framework for simple server to make the server of this Pyramid to the request response. The server can respond to the request to the client to respond there to import the Pyramid content. So from the premi.response, it can import the response file. From the def function, I can create the hello, which can request to the client to return the hello world program. Okay, hello world syntax, hello world output. So here I'm going to create a function, main function, okay, which is called to be a classes and objects in Python. Through this function, with the configuration file, we can add the root file, which is hello, because this backslash is the root file. But that's why I can add this is going to be config.add underscore root. Backslash is the root file. From the root file, you can import the app file. Okay, so I'm going to create a hello world program. The root name is hello. And to this file, you can make the server 0.0.0.0, which is your local host, which is your IP of your host with the port number of 6543, and your application name is app. Okay, so my server can listen the port number of 0.6543 with the IP of 0.0.0.0, and it can able to create a app. Okay, to create an app to listen to the server to server.serve forever. Okay, in the right side you can see a Pyramid is a web application framework. You can start to smell the hello world web app. It is going to be based on the request response web app. The server can request to the client to create a mobile app with the based on the client response, it can be act. Clear? So this is going to be a very interesting way. Okay. The next one is last one is called the Falcon Web Framework. It is also a open source framework. You can right click and open. It is also a plenty of web framework application you can also able to create. Okay, so this is going to be open source in the GitHub repository. You can read the document. You can just download this package at free of cost. Okay, so this is the page where you can go to the community or GitHub or the version 3.13 in the top corner last menu. 3.13 is the latest version of this Falcon. You can download it from the GitHub and you can work it out. Okay, just to go to the PPT, sir. Yeah, this is another web framework for developing the Python. Okay, next one. Okay, so when you go for the data analysis, but nowadays the data analytics plays a major role. So the data analytics we can do using your Python code or R programming code, but Python is a more familiar framework for developing your data analysis tool. Okay, clear? So go to the next slide. What is data analysis? I don't want to rough it up. It is of producing the meaningful information from the chunk of data. So all the data will be based on this data analysis tool. You can go for data mining, business intelligence, and predictive analysis. When you go for data mining, you can use Orange data mining tool. Sir, right? You can put the plus icon button. Just to type Orange data mining, sir. Sir, please plus button and go to click Orange data mining tool. Orange. ORANG data mining. Yeah, data mining tool. Yes. So this data mining tool will be purely based on Python. Okay. So it is an open source tool where you can able to create your data analysis in a pluggable way. You can download this software. I'll give the content. You can go to this website and you can download this software and you can go to the document session in the top corner. You can read it. It's very easy tool. Just a plug and play. Using this tool, you can do your AI and machine learning algorithms. Like you can, in the picture itself, you can see you have KNN algorithm, you have random forest classifier, you have some of the statistics function. All this program are embedded with this tool. You can go to this website and you can download this Orange tool. It is the purely based on the data analysis with the data visualization. Okay, next one. Next, business intelligence. Business intelligence, we can go for Tableau. Okay, Tableau, we can go for TAB. You can please go to this, madam. Next, type public Tableau. Public, public, PUBLIC. Public space Tableau, Tabl. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, this is the tool where you can create your data visualization based on the data analysis. Okay, you can create your data analysis. Like this is a beautiful content. You can create, sign up your data, and you can upload any data set from this website itself. You can select the Superstore data set, and you can upload the Superstore data set, and you can analyze the tool, and you can able to create this data visualization with the beautiful graphs. Okay, so this is another content. After completion of the session, you just you can search it off, all those things. Okay, next one. Okay, so next thing. So sci-fi is purely based on your scientific Python. It is a code-based entity. It is a code-based entity where you can work it out in the Google Colab, or you can work it out in the Jupyter Notebook. Okay, you can import the sci-fi. Sci-fi, it's a package of Python. Import sci-fi as SP. Like this package, which consists of, there is no NumPy. It's a numerical Python to create a n-dimensional array. To perform this n-dimensional array, we can go for array, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. This sci-fi laboratory, which has collection of numerical algorithm with specific tools, which based on the signal processing of your data. Okay, so the above URL, you can go to sci-fi.org. You will get lot of information, the documentation related to the sci-fi. So do you want to create that based on the data analysis using scientific Python? It is very easy to, we can find out the solution of the problem. Okay, next one. So the sci-fi also can have these tools. Matplotlib, it is a mathematical plot library to create a 2D and 3D plots images. Okay, like you can create bar chart, you can create a pie chart, bar chart, histogram chart, like a heat map chart. So any type of chart you can able to create it through this Matplotlib. And Pandas is the Python data analysis file. You can import any Excel file or any CSV file in the Pandas. You can find out what are the things we have to able to reduce the data using some type of data structures. And scikit-image, for the image processing, image classification, we use scikit-image. And scikit-learn is mainly used for how the machine can learn the entity, how the machine can learn the data using scikit-learn. And IPython is the interactive Python interpreter where you can able to do your simulation of your Pythons. So all these things will be based on the sci-fi environment. Next one. So data analysis is a very nowadays the data plays a major role. So the data analysis, we have to first one, cleaning the data, and we can able to pre-processing the data, and final one, you can show the data visualization through business intelligence, through Tableau or Power BI tool, or you can able to go for sci-fi, or you can go to Matplotlib, or you can go to Plotly, or you can able to go Cban, or you can able to process this data using Orange data mining tool. Okay, so this is going to be a data analysis tool. So lot of tools things are there to learn this data analysis tool. Okay, next one. So when you go for ML and AL, it's very easy. So based on the Python, we have to develop lot of ML and AI based product outputs. Okay. So after completion of the session, I'll also share the what are all the contents related to AI we can use it for our research and education. I can also share it to the madam. You can able to learn how this AI can used. Okay, next one. Okay, so this MA and AI plays a major role. Next slide. And it will be purely based on the how we can learn without being programmed. That is very important. How the system can learn without being programmed. And the father of AI, we all know, Alan Turing. We people will know what is going to be a theory of computation. And that is going to be Turing machine. The Turing machine, it's a machine which can having the finite amount of data storage. That machine has developed developed by the Alan Turing. Is a very good scientist from British in the era of 1950s. So from the development of Turing machine only, the ML have been developed. The ML has been developed. It has empowered with the data mining tool. Although always we can find out the prediction of data. It's going to be what tomorrow. It's going to be a hot or it's going to be cold. Likewise, it's going to be based on the prediction of the data. So this all will be obviously based on the parameter of the ML and AI. Next one. So I'll show a lot of frameworks related to the libraries of this ML and AI. But obviously, the TensorFlow is a very, very fantastic library file. You can empower it with the ML and DL. For deep learning, it's a part of your ML, how our brain has learned the complexity of data based on the neural networks. We have a lot of neural networks are there. Okay, so all those things will be empowered with the main use of this TensorFlow will be purely based on the Python codes. So nowadays, the most of the industries, okay, they will definitely following this TensorFlow library package file, which can empowered with to develop the web framework and web library and ML library framework for developing lot of application. Like when you go for text processing, image processing, computer vision, image vision, okay, like we are using convolution neural network. We are using very, very important thing is going to be what is that? A natural language toolkit, NLT. How the machine can learn its own natural language. It's going to be natural language processing, NLP. It will be purely based on this TensorFlow package. Okay, you can go to the Google and you can type NLTK, natural language toolkit, which has the compromises of this TensorFlow. Okay, next one. So automating the task, like your automation of all this data, like within the home, we have empowered with this sensor. Like we can able to operate your mobile to minimizing the temperature of your AC, or you can able to increasing the speed of your fan. All those things will be automated through the task by using these Pythons. Okay, next one. So next slide. So this automation purely based on the automating the boring stuff with Python. You can refer this book. It's a very interesting book which can have how this Python can be empowered to search the text file across the multiple data, and we can how to create and update the folders and files of the data and search the web application, and we can update the Excel spreadsheet and split and measure the water of any encryption of PDF. Likewise, all will be based on this automation tool. This automatetheBoringStuff.com. It's a very wonderful website to learn about the automation of this Python course. Okay, next one. So how this Python can be used for the electronics engineers. When you go for IoT is a separate field. Internet of Things, all will be empowered with this IoT. There is a one time. Another way I can go for MicroPython. Okay, your Python is empowered with the microcontroller chips. You can empower with the Arduino kit. You can empower with the Raspberry kit to make a electronic engineer can work with this Python tool to make to create a beautiful embedded operating system. Will be based on this Python. Okay, next one. So what are all the packages it can empower with this Python? Already was explained. So it is steadily increasing the adoption of the data based on the MicroPython tool, based on the Raspberry Pi tool, and based on the Arduino toolkit. A lot of documentation will be based on this MicroPython. Just click this URL and you can click select the plus file and you can go to micropython.org. Plus button. Plus, and you can select, you can go to MicroPython. Just MicroPython. Yes. So this is the URL for MicroPython for controllers. Those who are working with this Python nowadays, most of the electronic industry in the forthcoming electronic industries will be purely based on this MicroPython tool, which can empower with the Python version, latest version 3. So all this version will be empowered with this Python board, PY board. So based on this PY board, we can able to categorize the how this MicroPython can be empowered with this Arduino or Raspberry Pi toolkit. Okay, just to scroll down your page. Just to scroll down the page. Yes, you have to test drive a Python board. You can use MicroPython online, or you can buy a Python board in this website also. Just to, come to below, ma'am. Yes. Yes. In the bottom, you have seen one program. How to import the MicroPython. Okay. Import MicroPython, and you can print the list of directory in the file. You can print the list of directory in the file. Okay. Okay. So you can see how the machine can read the frequency of 8.4 megahertz of data. So there are 7 examples are there, how the LED can blink, how the LED can on the data, like it can be display the data, and how this pin configuration, how we can input to the pin, how the when the pin is input is high, then low, what will be the output. Okay, how we can categorize the pin to input to the circuit to the input, how it can read the data. Okay, likewise, all this will be based on the hardware specific modules. Okay, next one. So this is the Python board. It is a MicroPython. Will be very useful for the embedded system engineers to work with the embedded data. Next one. So this is a fewer project. You can work it out. You can search it in the Google. Okay. So motion sensor with alarm, home automation system, and using the toys to make robotic cars, and how we can send the Raspberry Pi to the sky using the send board to the space, which we can use it the NASA. A small configuration file, robotic file, or configuration of board in space. You can create the embedded system to the using this MicroPython. You can able to create all those things, configuration files. Okay, it's very interesting. Okay, next one. So developing the web application, we can read the HTML code and CSS code. So using Python, you can able to create this web scraping to develop the code using plenty of way. So there are some tools I have given to develop this web scraping using HTML. Okay, file. Okay. So next thing, how we can set up this, how to create a beautiful websites. That is, web application is different, website is different. Web scraping is to develop your websites using your uniform HTML with the CSS content. Okay. So next thing, next one. So these are the tools to scraping your web scraping of your websites, to develop the websites using Python tools. You can go Beautiful Soap, Maxonic, Magnize, ScrapeMark, and Scrapy. So all these things will be purely based on your open source tools. You can select this website. It has its own websites. All those things will be embedded with Python. Okay, just you can select only one website, ma'am. Just to click this link and select last one, Scrapy Python. You can type SCRAPY. Just last two. We don't go for first three. Last one, Scrapy, SCRAPY Python, space Python. Yes. It is an open source repository to scripting or to developing the web content of your data. Okay. So this is the open source repository file where you can able to create your website. It is going to be very fast and simple, and you can able to create a wonderful website which can embed with the HTML file, or it can embed with the CSS file. Okay, you can just scroll down the website. You can see we can install this package by giving pip space install space Scrapy. From the Scrapy, you can import the file to create the class for the block spider, to create the name of the to create your block. We can give the block spider website. what is the URL you can give? It's going to be www.site.com blog, and you can import what type of title you are giving and what is the yield of the title with the embedded with the CSS file, okay, and how the response to the CSS file and end of file finally you can create, and you can able to run this file scrappy run spider myspider.py. Myspider.py is my Python file. I am able to create it in the second line. Cat greater than symbol myspider.py. Okay, this is a file class I have to create it using cat file. Then I can run this program using scrappy file name .py with the run spider file. Okay, so this is a beautiful web scrappy file for developing the website of your Python. I hope this is the first time you are seeing this, all those things. Okay, uh, this is the very good tool, you can use it out. Okay, next one. Apart from the scrappy, you can also work it out for other tools also. And Beautiful Soap is also the very fantastic tool, you can use it out. And Mechanize, scrap mark. So all this will all be based on the open source file, open source repository softwares. So you can use it out. Okay, next one. So what else can be done with the Python? You can able to create your chatbots. Okay, so a lot of chatbots, free open source chatbot also there. You can able to create a blockchain. Okay, I already was explained about Spotify. Spotify can be empowered with the blockchain techniques. You cannot do anything. You cannot modify the data of Spotify. You cannot interfere with the what is it? You cannot hack the data. Mainly, you cannot hack it. The website of the what is that Spotify. So because it's a full secure hash mechanism to be embedded, they can use secure hash 256-bit key. Okay, so secure hash in online banking and all, in SBI and all, they can embed with this blockchain. Okay, all this code can be written in Python only. None of the other no other Python is written. So all this can be empowered with this blockchain configuration management tool, desktop and mobile app. We can empower this Python. Next one. So what are the career options are available related to this Python, irrespective of this industries? You can go to madam, just go to this madam Google Trends. Yes, a developer. Yes, yes. You can type Google Trends, madam. Google Trends. Google space TREN Trends. Yes. Just to click this. Yes. You can select Google Trends. Google Trends. Select this first menu. And you can search Python in industry. You can search it, madam. Python in the search bar, Python in industry. You can search it out. Python in industry. You can explore. So you can search it in this. Nowadays, when you go for any career opportunity, no, madam, you are not searching Python in industry. It is shown Nifty. Just to search Python in industry. Google Trends, and in the search box you can select Python in industry. just to explore. You can see how what are all the cities and what are all the regions they can search this keyword, and how many people can embed with this keyword. Because nowadays, after Python, AI, and ML, this industry perspective plays a major role, because nowadays without this industrial use of Python, so day by day it can be increased based on the web application and yeah, you can select this day, select the day. Yeah, day, in the day you can select past 12 months you can select, or you can give the different keywords, man. Industry, yeah, you can create or you can simply give Python. Yeah, these are the keywords searched in the last 12 months, mostly irrespective of GPT, all those things. But if you select the Python, in the top corner you can go. Just you can select Python, ma'am. Just to search it only Python, not industry. Just to search Python, ma'am. Just Python. Yeah, Python. You can select any one of this, ma'am. You can select this one, any one of these. Okay, just to scroll down. Yeah, so this graph, it shows the keyword of Python searched over the region of the every countries. Just to search it down, ma'am. Just to scroll down. The Tamil Nadu people searched 100 people. 100 out of 100 people searched the term Python. Karnataka 91, Andhra Pradesh 89, Telangana 82, Pondicherry 68. So this shows the day by day the increasing the level of need for this Python, increasing needs every day it can be increases. So based on this Google Trends, you can see the need of Python nowadays. As much this need will be also implemented in industry also. Okay, so you can select this over the years, past year, day by day, yesterday, today, Python level also you can able to see at a live mode using this Google Trends. Yes, ma'am. Just to go to the PPT. So what are the career option when you go for data science, data analytics, web application? But nowadays, all the content, like if you go for any government organization, ICT, Information Communication Technology of Kerala, today they have advertised it. Today they have advertised it. You need a Django framework developer. Always welcome with the starting salary of 60K or 70K. But you have more exposure, knowledge will be purely based on this industry's perspective. You need a what is that? You need a Django with the experience of at least 1 year. Or a fresher also welcome, but you know very much, you are very familiar, very strong technical knowledge based on this Django with the Python framework, not other web programming language. Django with Python. Okay, next one. So it's a developer, backend and full stack developer. Full stack with full stack developer. Nowadays, full stack with the Python plays a major role. Lot of organization teaching full stack with Python. You can able to create a wonderful web application or websites to develop for you people. When compared to Android Studio, or when you go for Kotlin programming language, this full stack with Python has majority of job opportunities. And if you go for system admin, data scientist, and many more specialized areas, this will be plays a major role. Okay, next one. Next. So how to get better at Python? All in your hand. Okay, so you can go to read all the content related to python.org website. You can able to the Google Go Lab, all the program can be empowered with the Google Colab. You can go, data analytics tools are there, data scientist tools are there, data visualization tools are there. Okay, Google Colab. Anaconda will be ready-madely available for Anaconda Cloud. You can write your Jupyter notebook. You can able to create your Python codes very easily nowadays. Okay, so next slide. So talk it cheap, write some code. That's all. Finally, you can participate in open source project workshop. I don't know, coming September, Python conference is to be held at Bangalore. Okay, you can go to Python Conf website, conference website. You can able to also present any talk related to this Python. Okay, at the industry perspective. Okay, June 9th is the deadline. You can go to Python conference website and you can able to participate with the, some of the open source project. Okay, so I am going to give one talk related to the MicroPython. Okay, so read more Python codes, then write more. So you can subscribe to the letters of Python Weekly, Python Import, Python Coders Weekly, Full Stack Python, and you can read the content from the online material related to the Python. Find a mentor if you can. So we are always ready to help you people. You can use it. Okay, you can use it at any time. Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for listening my content. Okay, for anything you want to, because I have lot of some technical issues in my laptop, so it suddenly it has hang. It was some issues, so that is very that's why delayed. Sorry for the inconvenience caused for you. Thank you. So I share this PPT and I share this AI content to the madam organization. They will share to you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for the great session. Actually, the session went very good, but due to some technical issue, we got late. Sorry for the inconvenience, participants. Thank you so much for joining. Shall we wind up?
Yes. Any question? Any question, please? So just better you can learn Python Flask and you can learn Flutter. It's another web application mobile app you can able to learn. And Python Flask and Django, it's a very important framework for developing web app and mobile app. Okay, better to embed with the Flask. It's a very easy tool. I'll share the content documentation related to the how we can able to develop the web app or mobile app for the using this Flask to the madam. You can just read the package. I have the code is there. Python code is embedded with that Flask file is there. You can copy that file and you can embed with the you can paste it into the Google Colab or Jupyter notebook and you can able to run the code. It is very easily. Okay, if time permits I can show 1 minute. I'll if the content is my laptop, I'll take 1 minute. I'll show one last program. Can you wait 1 minute? I'll 1 minute. I'll share this Flask file 1 minute. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
My screen is visible. Can you unmute your mic and you can tell me? My screen is visible.
Yeah, visible.
My screen is visible. Can you see?
Yes, sir, it is visible now.
Yeah, this Python Flask for machine learning framework, you can see this. You can create the application of static, which CS is embedded with Java and templates. You can embed the HTML file in your Python application and app.py, which can run the Python Flask file in the server. Okay, so I want to create the Python linear regression model. From the linear regression model, I can able to install the Flask file. Okay, simply just I can uh, I can create the app.py. Just you can copy this file. Mm, you can put the Google Colab. You can paste it in the Google Colab so that whether it can be run the program or not. Okay, you can search it down with this colab.research.google Colab, and then you can you can give a new tab. New notebook, and from the new notebook you can just paste the file. Just new no code. Yes. Okay. So the def function, we have for indentation, you can give return 1, 2, 3, 4. From the app Suman, you can create a 4. From the return, you can give 1, 2, 3, 4. You can just run the output. So it must be connected to the Google Colab first. So some errors is there. You can search down. What is the type of error? App.run, you have some error. You can you can give 4 indentation error here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just to run this button. So now it has been okay running with the URL of 127.0.0.1 5000. Okay, but we have to write the codes for this. Okay, because it is refused to connect. So after running all these codes, you can able to run this file because this app we can run in the port number. Okay, so after running this 4 Flask file, you can able to create your application of this code. Okay, so I'll share this PPT also to the madam. You can able to learn this. Okay. Okay, with this I'll stop. Anything anything you want to know, just you can tell me. Anything do you want to see?
Sir, how do we approach for like intensive based on these skill sets in the industries?
Hello, thank you everyone. We are winding up the today's session, and we'll send you the certificates in 2 to 3 days. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone.